So, and that number is the 10, and the 18, and the 10, and the 75, what?
Referring to carbon content.
Okay.
Yeah, the percent of carbon that's in there. You get above 1% carbon and all of a sudden things change dramatically.
In what way?
It doesn't heat treat the same, it just acts different.
Now, if you get like a buck height or something, what would their carbon content be?
Probably 1095,
And then 95, so right up that 1%.
Some of the 75 and 95 somehow.
And the Rockwell, I mean, the really ones that score really high in the Rockwell hardness, what would they be?
When you treat them, you harden them.
Yeah.
Okay. At that point, it's going to be about a 60 Rockwell. Okay. And then you bring it through a tempering cycle, which is just, and we're going to get into this more. The tempering is basically after you quenched it in oil and you harden that edge up, then you stick it in an oven for a while and you heat it up to about 400 degrees and let it sit there for an hour and you do a couple of cycles like this. That releases a lot of that stress and you're going to be more in the range of 55 for a Rockwell hardness.
So it makes it, okay, so it makes it less hard.
A little less hard.
Yeah.
Which you guys got to think, steel, you're never going to find this perfect balance.
Right.
Okay? It's always a trade-off between alloys, between characteristics, all sorts of things. Whether you've got higher tensile strength, higher flexibility, higher toughness, you know, you get things like more of a brittle factor, you know.
Yes.
So it's always a trade-off. And tempering allows that brittleness, a lot of that brittleness to be taken out and you lose your strength in the steel.
So that's why like a filleting knife loses its edge because it's flexible, but it's not hard.
Right. Yeah, fillet knives are another beast, all of themselves pretty much. 'Cause they're so thin, and they have to be extremely flexible, but still hold as true an edge as they can.
Yeah.
You know?
This is so damaged.
This is the fold that you're talking about?
No, this here. That's a billet, okay? We've got a difference between a bladesmith, a blacksmith made knife, and a a grinder. Somebody that just buys the billet like that one over there,
The stock removal.
stock removal. The grain on your billet runs just like this. Right down the billet, okay? Now, a stock removal guy will cut it. Where's that grain? Runs right off the blade. Okay? That is not I would not buy a knife like that. That guy did not pack this edge.
Did that do what that did?
He did not pack it, he did not, we'll get into all this, we'll get into all this. He did not pack this edge to harden it up, to change those molecules in there. And a blacksmith will take this billet he will cut this off here, he will get rid of that. Turn it into jewelry. You will push this up. His new blade will be right here.
Really?
Okay? His grain pattern will run down here and run right up the blade. Okay? Will run right up the blade. That's a blacksmith made one. You got a more of a chance.
The blacksmith or a bladesmith?
Bladesmith, a blacksmith made one, a bladesmith.
Okay.
You got more of a chance on this being better quality, way better quality, with heat treatment and everything else than this guy.
But do we temper the billet or the blade after we cut the blade out?
We'll get into all
All right,
that.
sorry.
You're getting ahead of us.
Well, I don't mean to.
Yeah, you're getting ahead of us.
It's the blade.
The blade.
It's the final
Yeah.
process of it.
So the Damascus steel grain pattern, because of the layers and the folding, is more complicated? It's more swirly than obviously straight grain? Or is he
Right.
saying this is Damascus?
Well, this structure that Dave's talking about here is
Yep.
actually internally what's going on in your steel, but with Damascus, it's actually showing up in pattern.
Okay,
Okay, so these lines you can think of as Damascus pattern. That Damascus
Okay.
pattern is gonna swoop up, and you're gonna actually be able to physically tell. Now, on a regular blade that's not Damascus, you're not gonna be able to ever tell that, whether it was stock removal or forged, unless it was rough forged, and you got some of that forging scale on there or something like that.
got it.
You know, a lot of guys will form things, what's called like primitive style, and they'll get like really, really close without doing hardly any stock removal. So it has that, you know, hammer marks in it and all sorts of stuff like that. Those ones you can tell obviously that, that, you know, some of those forges on it. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, this edge right here, what Dave's talking about, hacking that down a little bit. Do you mind if I get into that a little bit?
Go for it.